Welcome to Backroom Breakdown with Lauren, your analysis of local, state, and federal politics. This is DITV's weekly politics segment where I'll discuss important political events impacting Iowa City. I'm your host, Lauren Johnson. The fight over abortion rights continues to fester as the Supreme Court hears a case that may result in Roe v. Wade being overturned. The case stems from a Mississippi abortion ban that seeks to outlaw abortions after just 15 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks post-viability. The 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling has faced many challenges, including the 1992 revision Casey v. Planned Parenthood that revised the right to abortion to viability to the fetus. What is different about this current case is that it comes after Trump appointed 3 justices during his term, giving the court a 6-3 conservative majority. Additionally, Trump pledged to appoint overtly partisan judges in a direct effort to overturn Roe v. Wade. He said as much in a 2016 debate against Hillary Clinton, saying, quote, "I am putting pro-life justices on the court," end quote. This Supreme Court case reflects the current lack of trust in it as an institution. Some, including Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, believe the supposedly nonpartisan Supreme Court hearing a case re-examining 50 years of settled law at all was blatant political motivation and would only further damage the court's flagging reputation. In the hearing, Sotomayor said, quote, "Will this institution survive the stench that this creates in the public perception that the Constitution and its reading are just political acts? I don't see how it is possible," end quote. So how does this affect Iowa? Well, the Iowa legislature has already attempted to ban abortions in recent years. After the Iowa Supreme Court ruled that Iowa's Constitution protects the right to abortion in 2018, Republicans proposed an amendment earlier this year to correct what they see as a court overreach and remove that right to abortion from the Iowa Constitution. To be added to the Constitution, this amendment must pass both chambers of the legislature, the Senate and the House, in both 2022 and 2024 before being voted on in the 2024 general election by all Iowans. If it passes then, it becomes part of the Iowa's Constitution. Still, Republicans in Iowa have vowed to restrict abortion rights even to only 6 weeks. That's about when most women discover they're pregnant, leading to almost no time to schedule and get an abortion. In effect, that so-called heartbeat bill would nearly be a total ban. Yesterday, December 8th, California lawmakers announced they would make the state a sanctuary for people seeking abortions should Roe v. Wade be overturned. 26 other states, including Iowa, remain likely to ban abortion should the ruling be overturned. Some states, such as Texas and Mississippi, have trigger laws, which will immediately come into effect should it be overturned. California could potentially pay for travel, lodging, and other necessities for people seeking reproductive care as well. With abortion rights on the chopping block, will the United States even care to look into the effects removing abortion would have on women's health issues? Will there be more research into keeping pregnancy safe? Additionally, will monetary support be offered to people who cannot afford to have a child? What about child care resources? Will the same care and attention be offered to children when they are no longer fetuses? Will sexual education be required to teach methods of pregnancy prevention in addition to abstinence education, which has repeatedly failed to lower teen pregnancy rates? Currently, only 24 states mandate any form of sex education, and only 13 states require it to be medically accurate. 26 states require abstinence-only education instead of sex education. Only 18 states require any information about contraception to be shared. Why do anti-abortion states refuse to educate about sex and contraception when case studies, including those done recently in Colorado, overwhelmingly prove that access to those tools decreases teen pregnancy and abortion rates? But truly, none of that matters. The right to a safe and legal abortion is necessary. It's a simple health issue for women and others with uteruses. While people have varied personal opinions regarding the morality of abortion, many women need to have an abortion to preserve their health. This can be both physical, with women who can't carry a child, or mental, with women who became pregnant as the result of an assault, or who simply do not want to go through the difficult mental labor of carrying a child. Additionally, giving birth is overwhelmingly expensive and a potentially traumatic major surgery. Further, it calls into question how far the government is allowed to reach into private matters. Put simply, the 9th Amendment of the Constitution grants rights not explicitly named in the Constitution, such as a right to privacy reaffirmed in the 2003 Supreme Court case, Lawrence v. Texas. A logical extension of that ruling, which affirmed the right to consensual homosexual intercourse as under that right to privacy, is that it should apply to private medical procedures as well. Going even further, abortion is a primarily religious issue. As in Lawrence v. Texas, where homosexual intercourse was considered morally wrong by religious groups, yet was affirmed as a protected right, abortion should not be banned on religious grounds. That's a simple First Amendment argument. But stranger still, until the 1980s, abortion was primarily an issue within the Catholic Church and concerned their debate about whether the soul was present from conception or a later time. But if the right to quote-unquote personhood is really present from conception, as many anti-abortionists believe, why is a fetus not treated like a person in the eyes of the law? Why are they not counted on a census? Additionally, for those who argue that adoption is always available, around 23,000 children age out of the U.S. foster care system yearly without ever having found a stable home. Of those 23,000 children, 20% become instantly homeless. The U.S. foster care system is already overwhelmed. Much must change already to make the foster system a valid option for children. How much worse will it be if this overworked system becomes one of the only avenues for women who don't want a child? There are also equally valid women who are simply not at a place in their lives where they want children. For them, abortion may be the best option for all the parties involved. Though the Supreme Court began hearing arguments last Wednesday, December 1st, it is possible that they won't have a decision on this issue until late June of 2022. Passions will flare over the course of this. Thanks for tuning into the 13th and final Backroom Breakdown of the semester. This is also the last show for my producer, Oliver Wilhelm, who is graduating. Thank you for helping to create this show and writing with me for 13 segments. I'll be back in January with more of the latest political news affecting Iowa City, Iowa, and the USA. I'm Lauren Johnson. Have a great day.